Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's your boy Trav here, repping Trade the Trends. Y'all already know what it is. This is the place where success, guess what, has not one limit, okay? And today we're going to talk about the foreign exchange market and Forex for short. If you've ever heard of it, you probably heard of this market. You probably heard of Forex. You probably heard foreign exchange. You probably been in the airports and seen these currency exchange kiosks and not knowing what they are about. But here, hopefully today I can help you answer the question, why Forex versus stocks? Okay, so tune in. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you get some value from this, go ahead, like, and leave me some comments, and leave any questions on what you want to see in the comments below. I appreciate you. On with the show, okay? So let's talk about what is Forex. What is it referring to, okay? Forex refers to the foreign exchange market where currencies are traded. This is the largest, most liquid financial market in the world. And actually, this has changed. It is no longer $5.3 trillion a day. It is actually $6.7 trillion per day in this market. So basically what that means, there's $6.7 trillion that is moving every day in this market that is up for grabs for us to buy and sell and make some of our profits, okay? The Forex market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, with the exceptions of holidays. Of course, you understand when holidays come, banks are usually closed, right? So you won't see as much movement with money because the banks are not exchanging information on those certain days. So you can actually look at the trading value here, right? This is 6 trillion compared to 22, 18, and 7 billion from the New York, Tokyo, and London stock exchange. Guys, we could put these three together and we still wouldn't equal the amount of validity and the volume that's in the foreign exchange market on a day-to-day basis, okay? And the beauty that I love about this market as well, when I first started over 3 years ago, actually going on 3.5 years now, you could trade from on any smart device. As long as you got internet connection, Wi-Fi, whatever it is you may have, you know, you can actually trade right from your phone. And that's why 2020 was the focus on mobile money strategies, right? We utilize our cell phone devices. We have them on us almost 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But these smartphones are not making us money, which is dumb, if you follow me, okay? So let's talk about a few of the pairs that are traded, okay? These are a few of the most common pairs, and these are the pairs that I'm usually trading. The euro, as you guys can see, this is, of course, the Europe zone. You got the Japanese yen, right? We kind of know that. The Australian dollar, the Great Britain pound, the US dollar, of course, the New Zealand dollar, the Canadian dollar, and the Swiss franc. The pairs that I like to trade a lot is the Euro JPY for one another. I like to trade the USD JPY for one another. I also like to trade Euro USD. Those are the three pairs that I trade mostly. So if you're in my private group, and my private group is specific for that reason private, so I can actually share my profits. And I want to explain why I do that only in a private setting, because legally and financial regulations basically requires that you only put profits in private settings and also use a disclaimer. And the reason I don't do that in public, and you may see other people do it in public, and I'm not hating or anything, is that I want to follow these regulations because I just don't want to get in trouble. You know, my company is big on compliance and understanding, so we can be around for the long term. Individuals that I may see doing that, it does make me a little nervous. Hey, join my private group. You'll see me grow my account. You'll see my profits. You'll see the updates, and you'll see the changes, and you'll get videos just like this to the private group as well, if you want to stay there. Okay, so when can you trade? Like I said, it's 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, and here's why. Because you have your Australian session, you have your Tokyo session, you have a London session, and a New York session. You guys can see, we're going to start with the Australian session. This goes from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m., right? This is when based on our time frame, the Australian banks are open, Eastern Daylight Time. This is our time, of course. But for them, this is when their banks are open and operating. As you guys can see, this Tokyo session overlaps and extends out an hour until that 4 a.m. Okay, and then we have overlapping the London session. I'm going to briefly talk about the London session because a lot of people have a lot of great strategies for this session. As you guys can see, you do have to be up at 3 a.m. But if you're trading anything Great Britain pound, this is more than likely the best time to do it. I've woken up a few times on off days or off weeks where I had the ability to wake up and still be able to get a little bit of rest. And I've made some pips, because the strategy basically tells you what happens in this first hour is basically going to be the movement of the market for the day, in a sense. And of course, we have our New York sessions, our normal banks, Eastern time, 8 to 5, right? That's usually when they're open and closing, right? So you guys can see this is how they overlap going back into each other every time, guys, okay? So you see the 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., okay? And then we have the Sydney coming right back open at 6 p.m., okay? But let's talk about some of the market participants. This is something a lot of people are not aware about or don't really talk about much, okay? So let's look at commercial banks, right? Commercial and central banks are, you guys can see, heavy contributors to the volume and movement of money back and forth, okay? This is because the governments are also involved, okay? A lot of political changes and political things, of course, we know big bankers are always involved in those transactions and understanding. These are the biggest market movers of the foreign exchange market, as you can imagine. We also have large corporations and even some investment in hedge funds. Guys, some people 401k is actually investing in Forex and they don't know it. That's because a lot of people actually don't know where their 401k is at anyway. Okay, that's why it's important to really have some understanding. Continue to research on your own. I always say do your own research. Don't take anyone's advice for your own. Always do additional research. And then you have individuals like myself, retail traders, and Forex companies like the one I'm involved in. The Forex company that I'm involved in and why I'm involved in, for a few reasons. Based on the vision that we're going at is the vision that I've always seen for Forex after my first year in the game. And the reason why I say that is Forex, as you guys can see, there is a learning curve, okay? There is a heavy learning curve, okay? So when you're first learning a skill, you may not be able to profit from it right away, just like college, right? You go to college, you're going to commit. You're making a commitment to a minimum, depends on what it is, 2 to 4 years, so you can actually be prepared to go into the workforce, right? You have to look at Forex, trading, investing, or anything you do that same way. You must learn before you earn. But with my Forex company, you can actually do both at the same time because of the software and the technology that actually does major assisting when it comes to the Forex market, okay? So even beginners can make profits. I just recently had a free trial for 7 days. I had people who've never traded before. Hey, watch this. I think it was like an 8-minute setup video, and it's real simple. You don't have to buy any third-party packages, anything. Everything's in-house. You register, you connect, you set up your charts, the 3 pairs I talked about. You put the software on. The software already comes installed. You just got to move it to the right charts, update your settings, and you're darn near good to go. And you're always in control of stopping trading, starting trading, accepting trades, things like that, to make sure we are following the regulations here in the United States of America. All right, so here's a quick real example of how trading goes, right? It's not just this simple, of course. There is some technical and fundamental things that go into assessing the market before trades are entered, okay? So you see your banks and hedge funds, you have your technical traders, and you have fundamental traders, like I said. Fundamental traders are basically those who wait on the news before they make changes, okay? Technical, hey, we're looking at the markets. We're looking actually at the charts. We're actually understanding the technicals of the candlesticks and market and price reaction and things like that. So we can make sure, okay, based on price and support resistance, I believe if it hits this high, it's going to come back low. If it hits this low, it's going to come back high, right? I'm more of a technical trader, but fundamentals are key to understand what may be going on in a week and the political news as well, okay? So what happens is that the banks and hedge funds, they, hey, we enter some trades. We're going to enter about 2 to 3 trades per week in the Forex market, right? And then we're just simply going to exit those trades. Of course, are all these trades successful? I highly doubt it. No one's perfect in this game. I have not been perfect. I also take losses. The key thing is proper risk management, which allows you to be profitable. Okay, so if you again join my private group, what's up, Kwame? I got you. I'm gonna add you to my group so you can see some more stuff that's going on. We can ask some more questions there if you got any. But that's definitely what I'm gonna do, because that group is for people to see, okay, well, Travis is making money, right? And you don't have to start off making a lot of money, right? All you have to do is understand the plan. That's why when I tell people, let's one-on-one, let's create a plan. I know you're not serious when no one wants to create a plan, right? Because then they don't want to be held accountable. Okay. That's basically where it is. But that's just some intro stuff. And I like to always close out with this famous Warren Buffett quote, where he said it best: if you don't find a way to make money in your sleep, you will work until the day you die. Residual passive income, learning a skill set that could pay you for the rest of your life. That's what Trade the Trends is all about. I branched off utilizing around-the-clock profits to talk about mobile money strategies, anything you can do from your phone, and also just here to give value and educate those who may not have the startup costs right away to join the paid team, okay? And I want to help people even save, even make saving plans to invest, because it's simple, right? What's $200 to get started? It's just $200, right? And that can be the last $200 you ever have to invest if you understand the strategy. We set the goals and we set the plan. That's what it's all about. But if you don't set a plan, you're going to find yourself losing money trying to put more money up, right? I see this happen too very often. And as of last year, with the technology I was able to utilize, hey, I just wanted to get between 2 to 4% profits per week. That's it, right? That's actually a lot for a lot of people. If you think about your bank is only offering you 0.01% per year, right? I'm offering you 2% per week. That's 8% per month, okay? And basically what that does for you is just simply amazing. And what I'm going to do on another video, because I don't want to saturate this video, I want to keep it between 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to do a lot of these lately, being that I do have a little bit more availability, being able to work from home, and things like that. And a lot of people at home wanting this knowledge. This is a time where I know people are yearning for something where, hey, I need my money to grow, right? Hey, I might be out of a job soon. I don't know when I'm going back to work. There's so many unknowns. But one thing about the Forex market is that it's recession proof, right? We buy, we sell, we make money no matter the direction of the market. Okay. And once you learn, you can earn. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. I want to see everybody at the top, y'all, because it's the bottom that is way too crowded, y'all. Mamba out.